So it is getting closer to the islands. We are going to take a look at that. The track has shifted maybe just a smidge south, and notice it gets shorter as we get closer in time because confidence is growing. So still something to watch, but we do anticipate a pass just to the north of the islands, and then the cone gets a lot wider here as we go out into early next week, which means there's still some uncertainty. This is about 800 miles long when you go from one pass to the other. So if it were to track further south and stay towards the west side of this cone, that would be a much more impactful event for parts of the Bahamas, the Turks and Caicos, and that also could mean issues for the east coast of the U.S., or at least more impacts to the U.S. if it were to get closer to the coastline. Right now, that isn't what is likely to happen, but this is the latest European run. A few outlying models want to bring it closer to the U.S., but notice Bermuda is not in the middle of the path anymore, so it's more likely to pass between the U.S. and Bermuda. The latest GFS showing something similar. Notice those oranges and yellows pretty much overlap each other, which is what you want to see. That means that there's a lot of confidence. There's not all of these different solutions with one model saying this and another model saying that. We're seeing a lot more confidence. Still got to watch the latest trends for Bermuda, but hopefully this shift west will hopefully keep the worst of the winds away from the island and then keep it far enough away from the east coast where we don't have much wind or rain impacts. But there's a look at the European run, and you can see some of the outer bands could impact us here. Maybe tropical storm force gusts possible there in the northern Lesser Antilles. And then as we move forward in time, keeping the core of the winds kind of right in between Bermuda and the east coast as it then pushes further off towards the north. But when does it take that northward turn? That's going to